Nashville, where every songwriter's got a story and a drink in their hand. This is Talking Tipsee with your host, Dallas Jackson. He's sitting down with the singers, the songwriters, and the wild ones behind the hits for all the unfiltered stories, bad decisions, and the truth straight from the bar stool. So sit back and relax. It's time for Talking Tipsee.
All right, I'm your host, Dallas Jackson, here on Talking Tipsee, and today we have Sam Leyde. Sam?
Nailed it.
How are we doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
And in the guest two chair, we have Bradley Green, without knee on Bradley, but with the knee on Green.
Dallas, what a gentleman.
And then we have the Iceman here, our guest host, Kory Hamilton, the Nashville native, unicorn. How are we doing today? You've been on the pod a long time ago, prior to video.
Been a minute. Been a minute. Great to be back.
It was black and white back then. Audio only, too.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, like always, we'd like to thank Michael Waltrip Brewery and Four Branches Bourbon for sponsoring us and being a part of this. We're about to be talking tipsy today. We're going to have some nice ice-cold beers and some nice bourbon at the end for our sip to remember. But let's go ahead and get started here with the important stuff. You guys hear that? I think it's time. I think we need a Michael Waltrip beer. Who needs a refill?
I'd have one.
It's time.
Are you good? Are you good?
Good.
All right. All right. Sam, I got another one coming for you.
Thank you.
And how do you guys like those so far?
This is great.
Smooth, right?
So smooth.
Are you good? Okay. Well, today, so I just got restocked from the fine gentleman over at Michael Waltrip, and I'm trying out a new flavor, which is the Bristol Sunshine Tangerine Ale. So, you know the rules. One sip. Everyone knows the rules.
Everybody knows.
I kind of did it. Almost did it.
Get you a swaller.
Pretty refreshing. It's actually, wow.
We wouldn't know.
How do you get so good at beer being a NASCAR driver? Like, this is some of the best beer I've had in a while. And, I think we've had 3 different versions now. Oh, well, I have another surprise for you today. We have another flavor coming out mid-episode.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Get ready. So Sam is new to town here. Let's go a little deeper than that backstory there. So we've got Kory here I've known for a minute. We used to live in the same building downtown, which is not represented by this outdated backdrop here. And so then through Kory, I met Sam. And then in the same mix, met Bradley. And so we're all become good friends here. Now, at the same time, in Nashville, everyone's like, oh, yeah, you got to talk to this artist. This artist is great. You got to listen to their music, all that stuff. And, of course, the same things were said about you, Sam, prior to this. Mm-hmm. And, most of us are guilty of, oh, okay, yeah, we'll listen to him. I finally listened, and Sam is great.
Well, thank you.
All the hype, all the, you got to do this, you got to hear him, it was worth it. And it was true. So
Sweet.
I am excited to say after this episode today, we are also going to hear a few songs from you, kind of like we did in the first episode. So it's been 3 episodes since then. So excited for that. So so to get started, what brought you to Nashville, and how have you liked it? How long have you been here so far?
So moved here in October of 24, so just over a year now.
Okay, wow. Yeah. And how do you adjust into the city? Do you like it?
I love it.
Had you been here before prior to moving?
Yeah, I came to visit maybe 4 years ago. Excuse me. And
good. The beer does it to you.
Yeah, that's
part of it.
No, I came to visit 4 years ago and played some rounds and did some songwriting and stuff, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then, I tell people back home,
calm down, nice man.
I go, everybody I've met here is like the friendliest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
And people come up. I was sitting somewhere, somebody come up, start talking. I'm like, oh God, I don't have any money. What do you want? And they just want to actually have a conversation, and so it's really cool. I feel like being a songwriter or a creative type of person, like we're all wired a little different. We're all kind of weirdos, and about half the people in this town are wired the same way. So
I'm weird.
I found my people. I found my tribe. So it's comfortable.
Yeah, I would say it's. I've not lived in many big cities. This is the only one actually, other than Jacksonville size wise, but
area wise.
Yeah, area wise. Yeah, maybe not size wise, but above average, I'd say. So yeah, I mean, you come here and you're like, all right, it's a big city. It's intimidating, especially when I first got here 6 years ago. It wasn't as big as it is now. And, yeah, right away, I mean, I didn't know anybody when I moved here, and it's such a supportive and great city that, like, it's just, you get out there, you network, and it's, you know, I'd say 80, 90% of the people are just got your back and are looking to help.
Yeah. Everybody's encouraging. And, you know, I've only had one person the whole time I've been here go, you know, you shouldn't even try. Like, don't even try. Everybody else has been so encouraging. And you know, it was Kory.
Jeez, Kory,
we're unfiltered on here. So, yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah. Let's talk more about that. What did Kory say?
And he's like, you're too old.
Let him know as well. Jeez.
He's like, you're never going to make it. You're too old. Like, you should just try to,
shoe
he said,
size,
you should just
you're
get a gig on Broadway and just play covers for 5 hours a night. And
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I
In
mean,
the Nike
I'm
world,
sure he said all that.
in the Nike world, you're Fila. Sorry. Get out.
Yeah. So, and so coming to Nashville, I guess let's back up. So what started your music career? Like, what was the first thing you ever did? Picking up an instrument, singing, and whatever.
Oh yeah. So I would always sing in the car when I was younger, but never. I didn't pick up a guitar until I was 18, because there was this girl that I liked, and I had made up a song in my head for her, and I wanted to be able to like play it on guitar.
Yeah.
And so I asked my dad. My dad plays like every instrument. So hey, can you just show me how to play? So he just sketched out some basic chord diagrams, and so I had to kind of pick the ones that fit the melody I had made up, you know. So I played the song for this girl, and she's like, "Oh," I get done. She goes, "Oh, what a nice thing a friend would do for another friend."
Oh.
I'm like, "Totally,
Friend
buddy." And I'm like,
I hate to see it.
Friend zone.
my heart. But yeah, stuck with the guitar. And
Yeah. So that was the first friend zone experience.
no.
Yeah.
First musically related one.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I started singing in the shower because they wouldn't let me sing naked in the car. So different.
That's good.
Same.
They're weird about that.
Yeah.
Got to have boundaries.
Rules.
Stupid.
Yeah. So, all right. So, and about how old were you at that time period?
18.
18. Okay. And and you grew up in Seattle area, right?
In the Seattle area.
Yeah. How close to the city, or I have no reference.
About
for the
40
Northwest.
minutes. 40 minutes north, probably.
Okay. Actually, Sean David, first episode with No Quarter, he's from Oregon area, so I should connect you guys.
What part?
That's as far as I know.
Okay.
He's in one of the states in the Northwest, so right.
It's all
the same.
You should meet.
Yeah, you guys both grew up. in the
Did you
same
know each
country.
other?
Yeah. Oh golly, that was stupid. But yeah. So all right. So 18.
Yeah.
And what was your first like live gig?
Today.
Yeah, right now. This is it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I started playing like for my church youth group.
That's
stuff, and so that was kind of where the first, on stage experience and playing in front of people, and then actually.
And how old were you for that?
18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll right into
It
it.
didn't take much. It was like I've been playing 2 weeks, so like jump up.
Yeah.
And but that's kind of where I learned to be on stage and not have stage fright. I never had stage fright, but kind of just get used to playing in front of people.
So going into that, did you know a lot of songs, or did you? I mean, like, did you self-teach or were you self-taught, or like how did you get from like learning to like write a song to get in the friend zone to getting on the stage, and then how big was your catalog? I guess that you could play, or was it a preset? Kind of
not
show?
many.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, you hear all kinds of crazy stories about everyone's first show, and like my favorite one that I've heard is Jake Owens, because I went to school in Tallahassee, Florida State. He played at what's that venue / bar that we all go to? Anyways, it'll come to me. But he only knew 3 songs, and Tallahassee, people drink a lot, but I didn't know it was this much. He just kept playing the same 3 songs for a 4-hour set, and no one noticed. That could be an exaggeration of the truth, but I don't know. I still like the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I asked. But
yeah, and then so a little while after that, I started a band with a couple of guys, and we played. We were like a 5-piece rock band with a saxophone player.
oh, everyone loves a little saxy.
We were terrible. The saxophone player knew like 5 notes.
Oh,
And
really?
he had no idea what notes they were. He didn't know what they were. He just knew how to play 5 notes. And so he was just trying to kind of fit whatever note he could into the song. And yeah, that sounds right. And,
Yeah.
You heard some Kenny G and just ran with that.
Yeah. So I think we had maybe 5 or 6 songs that we.
One note for each song.
Yeah, you kind of just play the same. Yeah, this one kind of fits.
Little ham and
Yeah.
eggs for you.
Yeah. And so I did that. Had a band, and then we broke up after about a year, and then I was actually able to do like music for churches as a career for a long time, and so been playing on stages for a long time.
So you started like with kind of like Christian music or gospel and stuff, or what was that? Because I remember you kind of told me about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, growing up, like there was always music in the house. Like I said, my dad dropped out of college to be in a band, and my mom played in the high school band, and so there was always music. Like my mom was real into a lot of R&B stuff, so we had like Thriller on vinyl and Michael Jackson's album and
Uncle Michael.
A lot of just all kinds of stuff. And
we aren't actually related.
Fleetwood Mac and what else? Al Jarreau and Jeffrey Osborne, like a lot of soul and R&B.
Yeah.
And then my dad was more into like B.J. Thomas and
so were they
like Christian?
Were they like more avid, just like music, like they just listen to music passively, or were they like music people? Like what flipped the switch to make you become a musician or artist full time or focused at least?
Well, so I would write, I would write songs, and then I'd kind of record it, and then I'd listen to it the next day, and I go, oh, God, that's terrible, like, ugh, and tried and tried and tried, and then one day I was driving across the state of Washington. I was about halfway through the state and driving home to Idaho, and just this switch just kind of flipped in my head, and I started coming up with lines to this song, and I would just record them on my voice memo. I'd just sing it into the phone, and then I'd drive a little while, and I'd come up with a line in my head, and I just kind of wrote the whole song in my head, singing it out like that, and listened to it the next day, and I went, oh, this is actually okay. I actually kind of like this.
Yeah.
And it had been a long time since I liked it the next day after I had written it, and then came up with the chords for it and kind of finished it out, and then like a week later I wrote another one, and then it just kind of from there it just sort of kept going, and I just started writing songs that I liked the next day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what age were you at that point?
So this was just a few years ago. This would have been 2018.
2018. Okay. Was that at the same time? So not to blow the surprise here, but you had a viral video with the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. So this would have been a couple years after that.
Okay. So then, what got you into doing that video? I mean, that's definitely like a musical.
Part
of your.
So it was like I could do parody pretty well.
Yeah.
Like if someone else had written everything, I could change the lyrics. I was good at that.
Yeah.
We were just I was living in the Seattle area at the time, and Seahawks they had just won the Super Bowl, and like, oh man, we should do a video, and so like Uptown Funk was just about to hit number one, and so that's a catchy one. I could change it to Hawktown Funk.
Yeah.
So I did that, and the guys that I worked with, the creative team at the church I was at, it took me like an hour to rewrite the lyrics, and then we went the next day. We went down. We went downtown Seattle with a camera, and like I wrote the lyrics that afternoon. We went in this little recording area and like bought a karaoke track and just sang over it.
Oh wow!
And then the next day we went down, filmed the video, and that night we had it online.
Wow!
So it was like,
that's pretty impressive, because I mean, you think about nowadays everyone's making viral stuff and doing. I mean, if I can figure this crap out now, it's getting pretty easy. But yeah, back then, I mean, there's some serious effort went into that, but also you did it so quickly. So that was like from the beginning era of all that viral stuff.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. I mean, I've seen it. What we'll do is we'll put a link in the bottom of the video here. If it doesn't work, then this segment is stupid because I'm pointing at nothing. We're still figuring it out, people. We're figuring it out. Yeah. So Bradley. So obviously, this, I kind of touched on it, but the suggestion to, get involved with you, come to Nashville now and playing and getting you on here and all that stuff came from both of these fellas. We've talked about Kory quite a bit here. He's been on the pod before. Just the sweetest man I know.
Well,
What's not to
my
love about
God.
Kory? Look
Yeah.
at this guy.
Oh,
I'll face every mother.
I'll take it.
But Bradley, we haven't talked to you about you as much, and I will say
Probably for the best.
the music aspect of Bradley here, I was shocked when we were having a good night a few weeks ago, and Bradley just started tickling the ivory, and blew my mind. He's probably one of the best piano players I've ever seen.
We were all surprised.
Yeah. So, tell me about what got you. Or I guess you've kind of told me, but let's hear it again. What got you into playing piano and how it kind of just came off the scene real quick?
Oh, man. All right. Well, I was offered lessons when I was a kid, like most good parents. Hey, your sister's getting lessons. You want them to? And I'm not riding a BMX. I got my Bradley Blue Huffy out on the sidewalk, right? So, I just took some lessons. Some teacher was like, all right, there's something here, and here we are today. That's it, A little bit of playing, a little bit of this and that leads me to people like Sam Leyde.
Yeah.
That's how you say your name, right? Leyde.
That's pretty close.
We're getting a lot closer here.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to even say the wrong way because I've did it too many times. It's embarrassing, but
Luigi, is it?
yeah. We're beyond that. We're past that. But
the highlight of my career has actually been getting to play with this guy. For
that
a
was
show
my
about a
next
year ago.
question. Yeah.
Man,
So
that was fun.
you want to segue into that?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Because that's a cool story. And then because I actually figured out the story came up because you showed me some artwork for a show that's coming up soon, which will probably have happened by the time this comes out.
Yes.
But it's a cool, you're on the keys jamming and you're in front of a big audience. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So September 24, I got to open for Walker Hayes up in the Spokane, Washington area, and it was about 5,000 people there, and they let me know about 3 weeks before the show, like, hey, you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I do. So
Yeah. How did that come about? How did they approach you?
Sherwood.
So our buddy Sherwood, the woman who is the local talent buyer for that particular venue. Had a big crush on Sherwood, our buddy Sherwood. And so
Everybody does.
everybody does. Yeah. I mean, I do.
I don't know, but
bit.
damn, sounds good.
But, and so he's like, oh no, you got to talk to my buddies. If you need a local opener, you got to talk to my buddy Sam. And so she actually did reach out, and
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, it was cool. It was honestly, it's still the best night of my life.
Yeah.
Until today.
Until today. Yeah. Till this airs. Put a pin in that. No, it was, I don't really get nervous before I, play. But I'm walking around back behind the stage, and I'm just like, I was so nervous, and got out there, and because I never played in front of that many people before, and I'm like, oh, what if I screw up my, and the first beat of the first song, like that, all went away, and I was a fish in water, and it was confirmation of this is what I was put on earth to do,
Say fish in water?
Fish in water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, because I'm
Fish on land.
Yeah.
I was like a bird in the air,
Yeah.
or a worm in the dirt. I don't know.
Yeah. This all work.
Yeah.
We'll go with them
Those
all.
make sense, right? Yeah. But yeah, and then just having like a big group of friends, on the side stage, all cheering me on, and it just made that night so special.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So many people afterwards said that he was the star of the show.
Yeah.
And even after Walker set, they're like, man, that guy took the show. Yeah, he was a natural.
Yeah. I've seen you play acoustic.
Yeah.
I've listened to obviously the tracks you put out and stuff, and it's all incredible. But so what do you have kind of on the horizon? Like what kind of things are you looking to do next? Or do you have some releases coming out soon, or some songs that you're looking to release in the near future?
Yeah. So by the time this airs, we will have released a single. So it is. Let's see. Trying to get the timing right. It is available on all the streaming platforms. It's called To the Sun.
Yeah.
We'll play that one later.
Yeah.
Produced by Garrett Tyler.
Garrett Tyler.
The legendary Kind.
Yeah, today is October 27th when we record this, just for your reference.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Garrett brought in just an all-star group, and these guys cut some new tracks, and they're just great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the Sun is definitely a favorite of mine. What's your favorite song of your own catalog?
It's To the Sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's super easy.
My favorite. Yeah.
It's the only one, so.
Great song.
So let's see. Here's shoot.
God. Finally, the ice got broken.
So all right, we discussed the NWCMA awards.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about that. You said you won 3 times in a row.
So 3 years in a row, I got Song of the Year, and it just sort of, I was in that time period, kind of wrestling with what do I really want to do? What do I want to do? I want to pursue songwriting and being an artist, and it really kind of just solidified that, maybe I should be serious about this. Like, if this is what I want to do, like I need to, if I'm going to be serious, like I need to go to Nashville.
Yeah.
And I'd been through a divorce and a band breakup, like at the same time, which was pretty rough.
That's tough.
It was really rough. But kind of came out of that, and summer of 24, just kind of went, I just got to do it. I just got to go.
Yeah.
And so packed up and left everything behind.
Has any of that stuff, like the band breakup, divorce, all that stuff, like, you think it's been something that's, obviously some personal resilience, but also any kind of impact on your writing, or anything that you've shifted in?
Well, a lot of the sad songs I've written, I wrote while I was while the marriage was kind of falling apart. And, she didn't know the songs were about her.
Yeah.
Until she kind of realized it one day. She said, wait a minute. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's true, and she
Right.
didn't appreciate that. But I was like, I wrote happy ones for you too, but she didn't care about those.
Yeah.
It's just the sad ones. But
Well, I mean, some of those, tough, painful experiences are some of the best songs that have ever been written.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's,
So I put out a 2-song EP in I want to say 2019, and one of them was called My Forever.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and it's basically like, you're the one, my forever, this and that. And that was that was a kind of a hopeful.
Yeah, that's like a wedding dance song.
Yeah, exactly,
right there.
exactly. And then the other song on there was.
I'd try and sing it right now, but it's just, can you use a little riff here?
You are the one, my forever. Never found a love so true.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And then the other song on there was When Did You Stop Loving Me?
Yeah.
It was sort of a real thought I had after an argument. Like, man, when did you stop even caring about anyone but yourself?
That's some serious vulnerability, though. Putting that stuff out there and writing the songs about it. Now, and not to go too far back here, but on the NWCMA Awards.
The WNBA Awards.
Did I just say NWA? Isn't that a wrestling federation?
During your stint with NWA.
Yeah. So was that 3 different songs, or one song, or?
Oh, the awards?
Yeah.
No, it's 3 different songs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And which songs were those?
It was one called I Don't Want to Love Somebody was the first one, and then one called Smile, and then one called Creek Went Dry.
Okay. And can we find those out there now, or?
I Don't Want to Love Somebody is still on the streaming sites.
I think I've heard that one, right?
The other 2 were released, and then my old bandmates got into we released a 12-song album and 2 singles, and when the band broke up, they got into our distribution thing and deleted everything.
Oh, gotcha.
All 14 of our songs.
We'll re-release.
So the 3 songs that I re-recorded, Gypsy Blood, To the Sun, and Big Small Town. Gypsy Blood and Big Small Town were songs that I had released with my old band.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll take a different shift here, not be so serious. But I do appreciate you sharing all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty epic. How all that's coming together and the trajectory you're on, and we're excited to see what comes out next. But when it comes to all the different shows you've done, like even starting out the small shows, the Walker Hayes one, what's kind of maybe the most embarrassing moment on stage that you ever had?
Yeah,
everyone's got one.
It was the Walker Hayes show.
Oh, perfect.
Now this is like had a 30-minute set, and we the band just killed. It was awesome. Everybody's So we get down to the last song and kind of ending the show, and I go, "You guys have been great. Thank you so much." It's 5,000 people. Like, yeah, right. And so I unplug my guitar, but when I play, I put it through my strap, put the cable through my strap just in case, if I step on the thing, it won't unplug.
Yeah.
And so I unplugged it, but I forgot to pull it out of my strap.
Oh.
And so I start walking off stage, and I'm looking on the side stage. I'm looking at my buddy who's standing over there. I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. And then I get, and it goes boonk, and I can, it pops out, and I'm like, huh? oh no, like in front of all these people, and then I'm just dying laughing. And I actually have a series of photos that.
That's what you sent. Okay,
yeah,
we'll get that cut in here.
Yeah.
Or we won't.
So I went from like
try.
basically the highest moment of my life, like, and like looking like a moron.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean,
within 20 seconds.
I'm sure a very small percentage of people realize that was going on.
Probably true.
70-80%.
Not
Yeah.
that many.
Yeah.
They were on the Jumbotron.
It's
Nobody
less
really
than
saw it.
100%.
For
So
sure.
yeah, small percentage, but yeah. What about? I mean, it's kind of somewhat a similar question, but what about like your funniest story, like music related, gig related?
I mean, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did have two like 55-year-old women getting a fist fight. I was playing in a pizza place
Now we're talking.
in Athol, Idaho.
We knew it.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
I was up in Athol.
Start recording.
Who won?
But
I was in Athol.
Was it over pizza or was it?
You know, it's hard to say. I'm just playing and around the corner.
meat lovers.
I was kind of in this little corner, and I couldn't see it, but all of a sudden, there's a kind of corner. All of a sudden, this one comes like flying into a table, and there's people sitting at the table, and then just kind of like swinging, and then they're
It
on
should
the
be
ground.
an NWA.
I'm going
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! And this guy walks over. He gets one of them like on the ground with her hands behind her back and his knees in her back, and he looks at the girl he was with. And he's like, "Baby, go get the handcuffs." I'm like, "What's going on here?" Well, he's like an off-duty sheriff's deputy, and so he kind of took control of
Not the furry
situation.
ones.
Yeah, not the furry ones.
Yeah.
So the manager kind of comes around and looks at me, and I'm still playing. He's like, "You cut it off." I'm like, "Yeah, probably a good idea." And so waited for the cops to show up, and
Were you a witness, or were you not allowed
I
to
didn't
be a
have to
witness?
go testify or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the only fight I've ever had in one of my.
What state was that in? Because based on Nebraska law, if you're playing music, you can't be a witness.
Really, is that true?
No.
Oh, okay.
Totally made that up.
This is Idaho.
Oh, close. Not at all.
No.
No. Okay. Well, what about you? What kind of performances have you done on the keys? Have you done any kind of like crazy shows other than playing with him or the fancy stuff?
He's been the craziest and the highlight. I mean, I was a concert pianist as a kid, started playing professionally at 13. So I was like that.
But those don't
dude.
really get too rowdy, right?
No, but I'd like to change that still,
Yeah.
Tours, I did a lot of tours over the years, but man, I don't know, man. Nothing I can talk about on air, perhaps.
Do it.
Oh, you can say whatever you want on Talking Tipsy, baby.
Come on, Mozart.
I'll tell a good innocent story about Bob Babbitt from the Funk Brothers.
We'll decide if you're innocent or not.
Yeah. So Bob Babbitt, part of the Funk Brothers, God bless his soul, the late great Bob Babbitt, the original Funk Brothers from Motown. If you know anything about those crew, he was one of the two bassists in that group, and he was one of the first tours I went on as a teenager with like a bunch of like dudes that were like 2 or 3 times my age, guys from Cream, Bob Dylan, like this whole thing. And Bob would sit on the bus. This isn't really a crazy story, by the way, but it's an innocent one, and we're here. The kids matter too,
Yeah.
So Bob, he would sit here on the bus, and he was a big guy from Jersey, just looked like straight out of the mob, probably was. Big guy with his greased back hair, and he would have this like tincture. He would have this little bottle, like non-label bottle that he would, the snake oil shit that he'd rub on his face, right? Oh, man. He'd do these exercises, which I won't perform now, but he would sit on the bus and do these exercises where you hang your tongue out and like do the big expression to let all the energy out. He would say in the mornings while we're trying to wake up and like just get our shit together after a show, right? And he would just do this and just be like, Gah! Like these things over. And he was a big guy, right? So it was always a little intimidating when you're like 16 or whatever old I was at the time. But, he showed me the ropes, whatever. But we did play a show with him at a penitentiary in Oregon. All roads lead back to Oregon, bro. You were onto something. We were playing at a maximum security prison in Oregon, and just out in the like yard.
Like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, just out in the yard with all the inmates. There's no control out there.
Yeah.
Actually, forget this story. I have a better story. When I was in Ethiopia, I was in Dilla, Ethiopia on a work trip, and this guy was convinced that he heard I played a little bit, and he wanted to take me into their version of a maximum security prison, which is nothing like you get in the U.S., right? Just open season in there. It's about 3,000 inmates, the worst of Ethiopia, allegedly. Guys, just there's no law. There's
seem
no
like nice
electricity, right? Like they've got the auto guns in there.
Get to know them.
And they don't even have cells. Like they're living in like open air dirt. And
You
they
had to
have these
climb
lean-tos.
up the wall and make the leap of faith to get out.
And hurdle over. And they would have these blue tarp lean-tos. So we crammed into a little chapel because my buddy was giving some service or something for like 400 roommates. They had this little Casio, you know the old Casio type without the weighted keys and stuff, a little 61 key. And he's like, yeah, you're going to play that for him. I'm like, bro, like, does it even work? You know, I mean, what's happening? I'm a piano player. I want like all the keys with all the weighted stuff.
How many keys usually go for?
I mean, you know, this is a 61. Then you have a 76 and an 88.
88's definitely
right?
the pinnacle.
88 is the pinnacle ideal, unless you got a Boysendorfer Imperial Grand, which has 99, I think, an extra 8 or 10, 11
Wow.
keys, which are black on each end, by the way. Another story for another day.
A little ivory info right
We're
there.
under some Michael Waltrip influence.
Oh,
So,
we'll do some. We'll get some new ones
know,
here soon. After
yeah,
this
so I
story.
got out there and banged out a song. It was great, and the guys were so excited. I mean, things like that are always. I mean, you play gigs like that, right? Where not that specific gig maybe, but gigs where people are so appreciative, right?
Oh,
and like the connection of the music and the time taken, especially for people either at risk or vulnerable, or in this case, you know, straight criminals and stuff. But that was pretty wild. But anyways, but we have a fun story. And speaking of, we can bring together the pizza story, which is the furry handcuff story, and we can connect a biker dot in North Idaho. What about that? Or what were you about to say?
Hey,
The
let's put this story together. But as you do it, we're gonna get a little another serving of Waltrip.
oh heck yeah.
Is he going to share this time? Or?
Yes.
Good to- I was- remember in the cigar lounge in Chicago.
Yeah. We actually do have some good stories.
I forgot about that one.
That's a good one. Please.
So this is a new flavor. You can just put them on the table until we're done. Just put it down lightly, or on the floor, whatever. Same thing.
Just eat it.
These are a partnership with Austin P, which I think we cut it from the first or second episode. May not have, because when we're recording this, none of the episodes are out yet. This is prior to release day, but it was Austin P. It's spelled weird. And I was like, Austin P. Pay. Like, how do you, as you know,
fancy French name.
I'm terrible at pronouncing and enunciating things. So,
It's green.
You nailed it.
but no, Austin P. And then the Waltrip guys helped me remember it because they're like, oh yeah, the best chant of all time. Let's go P.
Yep.
And I was like, it's like that's
People
what.
did just out of confusion too.
Yeah. So this is the Governor's Golden Ale. What do you guys think? You guys have had a sip.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah. So this is their first kind of partnership on a beer. It's served on tap over at Austin P. And it's I'm not going to tell you what it is until I try it. That'd be a dishonest man.
Still an Austin P yourself.
Oh, no. You almost sprayed. The equipment's good. We're
so
good.
you almost got
Everything's
it,
good.
man.
We're okay.
Close. That was close.
Okay. I knew having you here would be great. But so yeah, this is fantastic. So I mean, I like the Talladega Light.
Yeah.
This is like a good, more like bodied
The
beer.
Talladega Light is just that. It's light. It goes down like
Hello,
water.
Governor. This is the Governor's Golden
It's
Ale.
for the sophisticated group.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're drinking it, but here we are.
But man,
I like it.
mean, I'm
He's got a
now I'm just
monocle.
like,
He's got a monocle on.
Yeah.
A monocle. Like Mr. Peanut.
yeah.
what came first, Austin P or the Monopoly guy? It's a question we're all asking.
That's the only question that
I
matters.
think this one has the height
Got a
advantage.
monocle, or is he just missing
Jamie,
an eye?
pull that up.
Yeah, Jamie pull it. Yeah, for real. So I put the TV up and everything. Well, because everything's gonna be video now, and everyone's gonna have a TV. But I mean, we can put up videos, but then I feel like we're going to cut and stitch things. Oh, maybe we could put on your viral video at the end. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so I think it's pretty cool that they've decided to partner with Austin P, the Governors. I mean, it's kind of like a cool flex. I'm like, all right, well, I went to Florida State, a major college, and we have no collaborative beers that I know of. Like, how is Austin P getting this foot in the door? But I don't know. That's a conversation for another time.
Maybe that's going to change.
Yeah. But no, let's hear the story. You guys were connecting dots.
We're in Chicago.
So we were in Chicago back in February.
That's in Illinois for you at home.
Yeah.
Not Oregon.
It's right by Nebraska.
Yeah.
So we went up. We were meeting with some guys and about some stuff and some business stuff. It's complicated. I won't get into the details, but
You wouldn't know.
You kids,
because I don't
wouldn't
remember
get
them.
it.
But,
If you got to ask, you don't belong.
Give me the brass tacks.
so we went to a piano bar, kind of near the hotel we were staying at, and they had a sort of a cigar lounge patio thing. And there was a few people out there, and
It was late.
it was late. Yeah, and so go grab your guitar and play
I'm
some
like,
songs
get
for
your
these people.
guitar. Go to the hotel, bring your guitar. He's, are you sure? Absolutely.
So I did and went back and I played a few songs for the. I don't even know how I'm going to tell the story. Played
However
a few
you
songs,
want
you know,
to.
like 5 or 6 songs, and
And we're talking Chicago, right?
Chicago.
Like homeland of just deep rooted jazz. The best
blues,
jazz cats
you know.
out there, the blues.
So I played like my most bluesy songs, and this woman. This woman came up to me afterwards. She was just
Oh,
like,
I've heard some of the story. Yeah, let's.
she was
We'll
like,
avoid some words.
yeah, well, yeah. And she was just like, "Oh man, it made me so happy to hear you singing like that." And she goes, "You a cold ass N-word." And I was like,
Thank you, Sam.
I was like, "Oh,
What word is that?
no.
neighbor."
Neighbor dum dum.
And I was like, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh my gosh," she's like so embarrassed. I'm like, "You're fine." She goes, "No, I meant it as a compliment." I'm like, "It's okay."
Like, no, she said, "Am I allowed to say that?" And we're like, "You're allowed to say that."
And then I said, "Now am I
We
allowed
are
to say
not,
that? Can I say it now?" And no, I didn't ask her that. But
Not in front of
No.
the deep dish, please.
She,
But
she
the
goes,
love.
she
but
goes,
the-
I just meant like that you have like a black voice. And I was like, you guys meant it as a compliment. I'm like, I took it as a compliment. It was, she was so embarrassed, and I was dying laughing.
But the energy of the room was great, right? When he came in with his brimmed hat, you know, looking straight out of Nashville, right, with his guitar, and you could see this crowd late night coming out of the blues clubs, right? Just being like, this guy, what the hell, right? And then as soon as he started playing Gypsy Blood,
That's a good song.
everyone stopped talking, looked up, put their phones out, and started filming. And that's when like a collection of
You
them.
scared me there when you said put their. The way you said put your phones
Guns
out.
down.
You said you did
Put their phones up.
I was like, are we changing
It's a kill
guns
shot.
for
It's a kill
phones?
shot.
Hold up.
It's like, geez. All right.
So
Tough crowd.
tough crowd. So we were, they were just so enamored with Sam, and we had a great time. Yeah, they were so complimentary, and that tends to happen every room he plays, and locks down the attention and blesses people. Isn't that the point of music? You know, it's part therapy for yourself, and it also serves to bless others and help them translate their own personal experience in life, right? So he always does a great job with that. Good job, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I always like how you're just always down to play. Like we.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Yeah. You're like,
Always.
you're like, all right, I'll go get it. Let's do it.
Dude,
And I was like, do the riff right here in the pot. And you did it.
So my another funny story. Well, I don't know if this is really funny, but
We'll be the judge.
it's kind of you guys let the audience judge whether or not it's funny. But my go-to karaoke song is "Way Down We Go" by Kaleo.
That was just
Way
great.
down we go.
It's the Icelandic story.
Yeah,
it's great.
And so
It's like by
it's by
Nebraska.
a band yeah, Iceland. It's right near Nebraska. So it's a band called Kaleo, and they're from Iceland. And they have a song that's in Icelandic, and it's just, I mean, to me, one of the
It's
most
kind of
beautiful.
like that song I was playing earlier, the French dude
Yeah,
with Sting.
pretty much.
Exactly, but different.
I have no idea what he's singing. Just Je m'appelle, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
That's all,
We love
all
it
the French I
anyways.
know.
So it's one of to me one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard, and so I know how to. I have it memorized so I can sing it, you know, like and I play it, and so I'm doing "Way Down We Go" at this karaoke bar in Nashville, and during the instrumental, this guy comes up to me during the instrumental and he goes, "So we are from Iceland." I'm like, "Oh, right on, dude, yeah." You know,
Play ya ding dong.
yeah, play ya ding dong. And so I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him after the thing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like Yoko, the lead singer, Yoko is my cousin." I'm like, "That's amazing." Dude.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I love,
Is
Vorg.
it Miss Kelly's you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
Vorg
classic.
Glaskogi, is the Icelandic song. And I was like, I'm going to go see if they have it because I'll do that for karaoke. They didn't have it. And I was like, man. I said, tell you what, my guitar's in my car. It's
telling
like
me
two,
he knows this song in
Yeah.
Icelandic. I'm like, of course you do.
No
Sam.
kidding.
it's like my guitar's in my car. It's like 2 blocks away. I'm going to go get it. Let's pop around the corner into the parking garage and I'll play it for you guys. And they're like, yeah, that's awesome. So get my guitar and we like go around to the parking garage there right next to Miss Kelly's and I play this song for these Icelandic people in Icelandic. And
Wow.
it was just,
It blew them away,
such a-
too.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Kory and I were there with
just
a
an
group.
awesome
It
moment.
was great.
Incredible. His name was Birgir. Birgir. For the non-accent
Birgir.
people, it's just burger.
Birgit. Yeah. He goes,
Birgit.
Just,
We told
just
him-
call me Burger.
But it was
He said,
incredible.
Just call me Burger. Like,
It's incredible because this guy was like, "Hey, I know the song," and they're kind of like, "Yeah, okay." I mean, what's the chances, right? So he's like, I'm going to go get my guitar. We go to the parking garage next to
That's
Miss
probably the
Kelly's,
best thing to happen in that parking garage.
100%. So you got the little neon kiosk out there just hustling late night goods, right? Just sitting there like innocent bystander. He comes over with his guitar and kind of crouches by it. And Kory and I are out there with the group of friends, and they come out. A friend of theirs, a gal and a guy, right? And they're hanging out, and he just starts singing in Icelandic perfectly, right? And you can just tell the surprise on their faces, and they start singing it, and then the 3-part harmony is going on.
Oh,
it was a special moment, but very unexpected. Yeah. Sam's full of surprises.
It was just kind of one of those things like, yeah, dude, I'll go get my guitar. Yeah.
There's like a black security guy standing there too, and he was singing along. I was like, am I the only guy that doesn't know the words?
We were the only guys
pretty
that
much.
didn't know.
Yeah.
He knew Icelandic?
He did. No. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to go from here.
Great song. What's it about?
Yeah. What is it about?
Yeah,
It's about a national park in Iceland.
I had a hunch.
And it's like spring in
Always the
Vaglaskog.
parks with those guys.
So Vori Vaglaskogi means like spring in Vaglaskog. It's like a forest, like a national forest or whatever. So it's just they're just singing about
Great
how
song,
beautiful the
Iceland's
nature is.
amazing. One of my favorite countries.
Yep.
A beautiful place.
Like 200 people.
Yeah, all 200 are great. And they all know that song, so we got to learn.
It's like the anthem out there.
It is.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Well, those are some great points you tied together there. Is there any other great stories you have between the two of you?
I'll tell you
or
a great. He's probably got more. I got to say how I met Sam was through our buddy Sherwood.
Yeah,
his
that
name's
was-
actually
that was
Josh.
my next
We have to
question.
give a shout out to Josh and Chad, aka Cheddar. You guys will meet
Cheddar
these
Bob
guys.
Rugburn.
These guys are our homies out in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And Josh, like you mentioned at the top, right? Like, you know, been in the music industry 34 plus years. We've all been around a long time. You always hear from people, you got to hear this guy, you got to hear this gal. Always happy to listen, take a listen here, right? Give some advice or not. And Josh had been telling me about this guy, Sam, I got to hear. I'm like, all right. And I'm back in that area because my neck of the woods as well originally. And Josh is telling me we're at our local hangout there. Shout out to the Moose. And shooting, throwing darts and whatever. And we go back to Josh's house to hang out a little bit afterwards. And Sam's there. So I lean in and I do the ask. I'm like, hey, man, you do some gigging tonight? He's like, yeah. He's like, hey, man, you mind grabbing your guitar? You know, he's so obliged. I'm like, I hate to be this guy like at, midnight or whatever it is, but you mind grabbing your guitar? So he's like, oh, yeah, no problem. Like goes and grabs it, comes back in, and Josh and Chad and the gang are hanging out. And he starts singing along, right? He's like singing and playing. And I'm like, dang, like just killing this cover, just killing it. I'm like, dang, this guy's crushing it. Great voice, killing the cover. I lean over to Josh. I'm like, man, you're right. Like, this guy's pretty good, and he's just killing this cover. Is it Stapleton? What is this? And Josh leans in. He's like, bro, that ain't a cover. That's an original. Like, oh, shit. And that's when something for me was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, he's got this one, maybe another one in the back pocket, right? So I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, bro, so good. He's like, oh, thanks, man. Just being the nice guy that he is. And he sings another one, same thing, another original. I'm like, shit, this guy's got a couple of great songs. At the time, I was like, dude, like, so you got 2, 3, 4, 5 originals. What are you doing? What's the plan? You living here? Like, I'm diving in at this point, right? What's the story? It's like, oh, yeah, I got about 40 or whatever it was at the time. And I was like, oh, dang, this guy's got something happening here that just needs some more context, right? We need to get him to Music City. So here we are with the good folks at Tipsee.
that's right.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out our TV over here. And
It's coming.
we're back.
Oh, there it is. And
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
just,
I mean,
you know,
and that's
one-
always the experience with people with Sam. They hear him, and it's always unexpected. Because to your point, there's so much talent in this town, right? Not to take away from other people. There's so much talent, so many amazing musicians, writers, people in the community, right?
everyone fits in differently
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. And but I've never been in a room. And I think Kory can attest to this. We've never been in a room, whether it's open mic, whether it's karaoke, whether it's a songwriter round, a show, whatever. That when he plays, oh hey now. This moves.
Yeah, it swivels.
Very fan. This is how the other half lives, Kory. I've been telling you. There's never been a time where he doesn't play that people don't stop completely what they're doing, noisy bar or not, and pay attention, right? Get their cameras out, whatever, their phones, their smartphones for the youngins.
Yep.
But what a talent. And again, like one thing everybody appreciates about Sam is just his willingness to play anywhere for whoever. It's never like, no, I don't really do this. I only do it in this environment. No, he's not. He's not
play
pretentious
arenas.
like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's a good egg doing good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't ever lose it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he's got it.
Well, he's got accountability here, you know.
I went saw,
That's right.
I went
Accountability is important.
It is.
I once saw an artist who's like, he's in my top 2 like all time singer songwriters, and
So nice.
I drove 7 hours to see him. This is probably 7-8 years ago, and I saw him in an amphitheater. And I don't know if I should name names, but
Sure.
Ray LaMontagne, one of my all time favorite singer songwriters. Dude could sing the phone book, and I'd buy the album. I went and saw him, and it was the worst live show I've ever seen.
Oof.
And it was like he had no energy. And he played like an hour. He played his new album that had just come out. Didn't acknowledge that the crowd was even there. Just like finish the song, he turn around, get a new guitar, tune it up. 1, 2, 3, and he just start the new song. And he plays like an hour, and then they walk off stage. People start leaving him, going, "Where you guys going?" He's gonna play Trouble. He's gonna play You Are the Best Thing. He's gonna play his hits, you know.
Yeah.
Comes back out, does like a 10-minute jam session with the band, just kind of literally just riffing. And then he goes, "Good night," and he just leaves, and they turn the lights on him. And go, he didn't play his hits.
He
didn't play
literally
the songs.
just sang the phone book.
Yeah.
People, and I'm like, it bothered me so much. Like everybody here paid to hear you do the songs that they love, and it stuck with me because like, I hope someday I have the opportunity to be that guy that I'm tired of playing that song, so I'm not going to play it. But I hope I never become that guy. I hope I have the opportunity, but never turn into that, you know?
Right.
Well, no, for the crowd, oftentimes it's their first experience with you, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's well said, bud.
I think everyone's had an experience where you go to see, usually, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's never been the artist I've wanted to see, but someone like an opener or a music festival, someone who's involved in it, and it's just like not as good as you thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. Or like, you know, here in Nashville, you'll see some of these bigger artists even in like more intimate events or venues, and then you're like, you know, why are they that big? You know, and I don't know. So it definitely happens a lot. But yeah, no, I mean, it's if you can continue to always be that genuine person, I mean, that's, you know, it sells itself. I mean, because people will connect with that. Because in a world where everything is AI and fake and, you know, all that, that's the stuff that matters. Yeah. And that's why I guess on social media, the things that do grow more are the things that are authentic and real, or at least appear to be. But yeah, not to get too deep there.
Are we allowed to ask you a question?
Oh,
I'm nervous.
yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to know what inspired to start Tipsy Music, Talking Tipsy, all this. What inspired this? When did this start? How to start? And a follow-up question would be, how the hell did you two meet? We need to know this. Yeah.
Oh,
and what was your first impressions of each other?
These are great questions. And what I'll do is we'll do that, and then we'll ease into some fun seasonal jolly here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can start with the seasonal jolly first if you want.
No,
I'm already jolly.
It's your show, bro.
I just want to put in some good background music so we can lighten the mood after I took it so deep. All right. And we're winding down.
There's a baby making music right there. That's
A little bit of eggnog for you.
All right. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season to get tipsy. So your question was, cheers guys. 'Tis the season to be thankful for our fellow gentlemen here. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for coming in. So your question was about tipsy music. So over the last, 15 years or so, my career has been all over the place between everything. The easiest way to say it is I have experience in everything, but other than being a doctor or a lawyer. I think I've literally checked the box of almost everything. But I was doing it very well in the financial world. Worked for Fidelity, Merrill Lynch. I was, had a good career. Had my dream job, as I thought. Corner office, top floor, Merrill Lynch, downtown Nashville. Moved here. Always want to be here. The reason I always wanted to be here was, speaking of holidays, my dad brought me here with my stepmom. It used to never be as crazy busy as it is. This is 10 years ago. And we were like staying downtown at some hotel there, and we just stumbled down to Broadway, and we went to Legends Corner. Yeah, one of the OGs right there. I can't even remember what was there before 5th and Broadway, but anyways, it was just a cool little spot.
It was a Hooters.
Yeah, probably. No, the Hooters is over. It was off 2nd Avenue.
Convention Center, the old convention center.
Got blown to bits.
Yeah. So the
Literally.
That's how they got
Flash fried wings all over the top of the buildings over there. Still finding them.
That was the joke I was going for.
Bobby.
That's what happened to Hooters, if you're wondering.
Secrets out.
The Christmas Day bomb a few years ago. But yeah, so good Lord, what a turn. So yeah, came here for Thanksgiving and we went down. My first venue I went to is Corner Pub. I remember, so not Corner Legends Corner. Corner Pub is no longer.
Whatever you want,
That's
bro.
gone too.
Yeah.
It was still on a corner either way.
Yeah. Well, so to answer your question, how I met him originally, we used to live in the same building downtown, off of 4th and Church, called the Viridian. And so, anyways, so so I was here probably 2016, went into Legends Corner, and there's people just jamming, and I was like, man, these people are great. And I just have, like, people will kind of maybe pick on me for being too appreciative of music, maybe, or because like I'll like walk into certain bars on Broadway and be like, this guy's great, like I have a low bar of being, I guess impressed maybe, but I just appreciate
You're an
the
encourager,
effort.
man.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
And I appreciate what people put into it because I, for one, have zero talent when it comes to music. But then I'm looking at it, so I'm thinking about, all right, so this is what they're doing for a living. They're coming to Broadway every day. They're grinding, and they're putting on a show for 4 hours for, maybe 50, 100, whatever people. And so you think about that. So 50 to 100 people, this is the math side coming out. It's like, all right, you have to get, hopefully, 10 to 20 bucks from each of them. And that's not something that's expected to happen unless you are putting on the best version of your show you can. And so you can't just show up to work and half-ass it, essentially. So saying too much about that. But anyways, I was like, I would love to create a solution to make that an easier process, an easier, technology that is more with, current day standards of how we are used to doing things. Like, you go to Starbucks, you order your coffee, but boom, 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 you're not thinking about it. Whereas with tipping bands, it's like, scan a QR code, boom, oh, okay, what song do I want? Can I get 2 beers? And like, your attention's all over the place. With Tipsee, the beauty is you scan a QR code, you're prompted with a bunch of selections, you have different price points. Freebird's $100, so for your artists out there, you don't have to argue with people. You don't send money back and forth on Venmo. We take care of all credit card disputes. We take care of all the balance issues. And the good thing is one QR code. So you're sitting there and you pick your favorite song or you tip the band and it knows based on your phone, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, Cash App. I think we have like 16 different versions of payment methods that we can offer. And then we process it all and then pay out one lump sum to your bank account securely without even having to install an app or anything. So it's just super easy. But
the
obviously,
sexy sax just reinforced that point. Do you hear that?
Yeah. And the thing is, with Tipsee, obviously it's technology, but obviously I'm trying to build a brand with, people like you in mind. And that sounds weird. People like you. But no, artists in mind and just like becoming a total like support network. We have different things rolling out in terms of like different tools and different connections that we can help artists, facilitate growing their brand or growing their journey without having to spend a lot of time, money that is unnecessary. So my whole goal is to make almost like a turnkey solution for artists that are trying to start and how to get them on the right path. Not to say I know the path. I'm not going to say I'm, a genius and know the secret to success, but I want to bring back the idea of an artist being discovered on Broadway to show that, hey, this artist is kicking ass, taking names 6 days a week, and they drive engagement through the roof. Their alcohol sales are through the roof. To me, if I had that data, I'd be like, yeah, let's go for that person.
Bringing receipts.
Yeah. They're putting in 90% of what we need. Let's take the 10% and make them into, our product of an artist that we're going to market, so.
That's great, man. The music industry needs more people like you, man, that cares, that wants to connect dots and corral opportunities on behalf of the artists, especially the independent artists, right? I mean, it's a struggle out there, not just competition-wise, especially in this town, but just in general, it's a tough career path to take, right? So, yeah,
for sure.
We appreciate you, bud.
Yeah, I can't imagine, like, because I remember, even, being a financial advisor, like showing up to work a little, like, personal stuff's going on in your life, like, you can take the focus out of it. Like, you're going on a stage, standing in front of people, playing to everybody, and like turning it on. Like, you got to be on the whole time.
Yep.
You can't just clock out, walk away, take a smoke break. Like, you're rolling. So, anyways, a long explanation. Is that
Yeah, that's
a good
great.
start?
Your
But yeah.
first impression of Kory? Do you remember this guy?
Oh yeah, so that was is it Stateside? Is that the brunch place over there?
Probably would have
It
been.
was me, you, Hunter, and BT.
Yep.
So it was a Sunday brunch,
That's right.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
I was a little slow that day because we'd gone out that Saturday night, and my buddy Hunter like, we gotta go out. We got to do brunch at Stateside. And Hunter used to be that way every day of the week until he had now 3 kids in the last 4 years.
Congrats, Hunter.
Yeah, he just pumped them out. Thought they're going out of style. So, anyways, I sit down, and I had heard from my neighbor Cammie about Kory. So you got to meet Kory. And then I met BT, obviously. Good friends with you, grew up with you. So yeah, and that just kind of that morning sparked a lot of different friendships and rolled it because that also turned into kind of our COVID crowd, the people that we hung out with, the people that we, because everything was being shut down. So all of us, Nashville alcoholics had to do something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you gave me COVID that day too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But anyways, that's to answer your question. That's story of Tipsy and the story of Kory.
Oh man, there it is.
Well, now as we continue this beautiful Christmas music, let's go back on memory lane and talk about your favorite Christmas memory as a child, disappointment-wise or happy-wise. What was your, say, favorite gift that you ever got or wanted and didn't get?
Snoopy skateboard.
Man, you have one ready to roll.
You ask questions. I got.
I mean, I was going to go first and let you just think about it, but you just...
I knew I would lose the answer if you let me wait any longer. So, yeah, Snoopy skateboard.
Let's hear about that.
Queen and Addison, Spokane, Washington, Christmas, mom and dad wrong at a skateboard bad, and boom, there it was. I was probably 8. I don't know. I'm sure I hurt myself many times on that.
I was so yesterday I was reminded of one of mine because I was at Waldo's Chicken and Beer, eating chicken but not drinking beer because it was a Sunday. I don't drink on Sundays.
It's the Lord's Day
because the Jaguars aren't playing. There's the only ones who give me a reason to drink on Sundays. But yeah, so these guys were next to me, like supposed to be working, but they're just talking about Pokemon the whole time. I'm just like the guy's got the headset on for like the drive-thru, and he's sitting there talking about Pokemon cards. I'm like, this is like 30 years ago. This was a thing, right? And then he like asked me about like how old I was and stuff, and so I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure.
It's like, how old are you, bro?
I was like, I have like a binder somewhere. My mom has, anyways. But I remember when Game Boys came out and the Pokemon games. I was so like, you plan about the night before Christmas if you get to open one present. I'm like, all right, I'm getting one extra night into playtime. So I like went to the store and I always was like, all right, I know exactly the size of the box. But I didn't think through. You get the Game Boy, the game is still wrapped. So I'm sitting there all night long, Christmas Eve, just turning on and off my Game Boy with no game in it.
Oh man, just warming it up.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't really think this through.
We're gonna go places. You're about to be abused.
Something's gonna be inside you tomorrow.
I mean, we were doing fine until then. We were fine.
You don't have a fighting chance.
Yeah. I hope it's the red one. I got the red one. Yeah. So everything was good. All right, who wants to go next?
Sam.
Sure. Yeah. So I was, I was probably 8 or 9, and just kind of had, heard my friends talking about. Somebody was like, "Oh, Santa Claus isn't real," And I'm like,
"What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know."
Wait.
And so I was really, really struggling with it. So it's Christmas Eve night.
Wait, hold on. You said what? Who
You
who
said
real?
what?
What?
Who isn't real?
Nobody.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. No. So I was really struggling with just kind of like, man, what if Santa isn't real? Like what it, like kind of just wrestling with it. And
We don't have a chimney.
I know. I don't have
Yeah.
a chimney.
The hell? Wait
Okay,
a
well, it's
second.
magic. Like he is magic.
Yeah.
This guy.
And so I was up. I couldn't sleep that night. It was Christmas Eve, and all of a sudden I heard this train outside. And so I look out my window, and there's a train right outside my window. And so I
Was
walk
it
out
Tom
the door,
Hanks?
and Tom Hanks is there, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to ride this train up to the North Pole?"
Do you want to write it?
God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez, Tom.
Here's some candy canes.
Yeah, no. My the Christmas after I turned 18, I my dad actually got me my first guitar.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
That was my favorite Christmas present of all time.
You still have that guitar?
My daughter has it now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's
She
special.
has it. Yeah.
Passing it down.
Passed it down.
Yeah.
When you said my first Christmas after 18, I was worried that Tom Hanks was coming back.
he showed back up.
He's like,
He
all
said, we
right.
have some unfinished business, young man.
But he looked like Forrest Gump.
He looked like Castaway. His beard was long. And
Wilson?
Yeah. Oh. Good memories. Great family memories. Kory, let's hear it.
My favorite. So, Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh,
So
the
I got
movie or the game?
The game and like the Sega Genesis. So I got them both at the same time. It was like Sonic the Hedgehog or something, whatever.
Yep.
That had to wait. But because I was frothing at the mouth for Mortal Kombat because everyone was always talking about it. But I remember getting it and I was glued to it. Like that was it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
But all my friends at the time at school, they had like the Super Nintendo, and they had that version, which was like the PG version of like what I had. So I was just walking around, just hell yeah, you know.
Sega did not hold
It
back.
was unbelievable, yeah, at that time especially. But no, I don't know.
It was like the
was
whole
great.
menu written in blood and stuff. Like it's just
all
like,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah. And I mean,
Such a nice
there was a
family
time,
memory.
there was a stretch around then when, we lived in Vegas for a little bit. My sister was singing in like a show out there or whatever, and we couldn't gamble, my brother and I. So we go to the arcades and we had everybody. Like
Because you weren't
we
able or you
all-
just were bad?
both. But yeah, just playing that nonstop. But yeah, that was one of the big ones.
Wow.
But even if I got a bad one, I was like, oh yeah, I've been dreaming about this. Hell yeah. Well,
Mortal Kombat 2 to Vegas.
there you go.
That's what the American dream's all about.
You and Dad got 'em right.
All right. Well, that's our holiday session there. Did you guys enjoy that?
We did.
We got to start doing that more often.
It's important.
Yeah. You got to take that time to soak it in.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little offended that the background piano music wasn't a Bradley Green original, but here we are.
Yeah, it's true.
Just saying.
Maybe we can splice that in as well.
I mean, yeah, we can discuss.
This episode
Talk
take a
to
lot,
my manager.
take a lot
Kory
of work. I
Hamilton,
can already
about that.
tell. A lot of editing here.
One of them 88 key keyboards out.
With weighted keys, come on.
So, all right, we'll get to the kind of the end of here of what we're doing. But what's say your dream collaboration? Things start rocking and rolling. If you could just collab with anybody in Nashville or beyond.
Stapleton.
Ooh,
Number one.
Who I accused him of covering in the beginning.
yeah, that's what I was.
He's like my all-time favorite, man. I just love his writing, love his style, love his voice, love.
Yeah, I think we were all thinking that. I think we all knew that was
Staple of songwriting.
Yep.
yeah. And see what you did there.
Ooh, that one tickled.
Took me a minute. Is there a song that you wish you wrote? Like if there's a song that you think is just genius, that hits you, and you're like, man, that's how they wrote that.
There's so many. I'm trying to even think of one.
It's a great question.
Gosh,
Big wild horse guy.
probably Gangnam Style. I wish I'd written that one. I'd be a lot wealthier.
Macarena.
Macarena would be a good one too.
YMCA.
What lyrically spoke to you
Yesterday.
in Gangnam Style?
So mostly the Korean stuff.
Yeah,
No,
that's like right next to Oregon, right?
it's right. It's near between Nebraska and Oregon.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
No, I think Stapleton's song "Either Way." It's one of my favorite ones to cover, and because I lived it. It first time I heard it was just such a gut punch. Like I lived that story.
Yeah.
And so if I had more time, I probably could have written that one, but he beat me to it
Yeah, that happens
All the
That
time.
happens.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we get into our final segment, is there anything that you would like to discuss or talk about that's on the horizon? Either of you?
Yeah, I just got some songs coming out. One is when this airs is out now, and then the others will be shortly following. So
Yeah.
check those out.
Those are all be on all platforms.
On all the trickling sites. Yeah, so.
All of them.
And I guess
He's coining the whole raw Americana genre.
Yeah.
Sort of we're wrapping our minds around from a brand perspective, right?
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about this in recent months, and it kind of falls in this folk, Americana, outlaw country, trad country, all these things, right? And ultimately we're like, hey, raw Americana, because the songs are so, we were talking earlier, right? I mean, they're so intimately intertwined with the human experience, a lot of his stuff. And I think that's what impacts people. It's like he's writing about real things from, meeting people and navigating relationships, but the hardships, the ups and downs of the relationships inside a marriage and outside, right? And I think it resonates with a lot of people, and it's, I mean, a lot of people commented how it feels like what country was supposed to be. And that was really a comment you said out of the gates tonight you guys met last year, was that, man, this is what country was supposed to always be. This is going back to, the golden era of what some people consider the golden era. There's great country music and versions of country being written all the time. So props to all the artists. But I think that's what keeps coming back, because people say this feels like yesteryear's country that's really, I don't want to say storytelling driven, because I guess all songs are, right. But the thing we've kind of been coining and honing in on from a brand perspective is him sort of like cornering this niche of raw Americana, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of, gambling on the idea that authenticity will make a big comeback in songwriting,
for sure,
and music, and because like Tyler Childers has one of the best quotes I've ever heard on this sort of thing. He said, it's all solo cups and pickup trucks and dirt roads now. And he goes, what we did was we turned the props into the play. Those used to be things that were vehicles for telling the story. And now it's just, we're just singing about that.
Subjects of the story.
They became the subject. Yeah.
So it's funny you say that, because we, on one episode, I want to say probably the first one, we talked about bro country and being a checklist of writing, almost like how AI would write a song. Like humans are writing songs for, I don't know, like a decade or so. And I will say, I do, like, as I've gotten older, got kind of in a guilty pleasure of Luke Bryan again. Like, because he's just like an old goofy dude now, and just like kind of roll with
talent is talent, right? Like, I can appreciate it all to a point.
But I will say there was an era there where, and we're kind of getting off of it, and Hardy wrote the song recently, Bro Country, about kind of RIP to it, because it was a thing where we get together, we write a song. All right, do we have a pickup truck bed? Check. Do we have Jack Daniels? Check. Do we have my cousin is my girlfriend? Check. God. Yeah, no, but I digress. But yeah, it was like a formula, and people either loved it because they were maybe not even into country yet, or they're growing into it. But then again, now I think a lot of people are maybe dipping back to the old stuff.
Yeah,
and they're starting to get more awareness. So, but yeah, I think that authenticity is going to be the big driving factor going forward, and I really hope it is.
Yeah, need that pendulum to swing back the other way, and have some
seeing it more and more.
Some, because my goal, if I write a song, I want it to move somebody some way. Either it's going to make you like nostalgic, or it's going to make you, want everybody to feel something. You should feel something. Like, it should make you sad. It should make you happy. It should make you remember. Like, if I'm not moving someone, if I'm not moving the needle one way or the other, like, I didn't do a good job of writing it. Like, it should touch something and move you a certain way emotionally. And so that's kind of my goal in writing songs.
Yeah. And it's kind of crazy to think too, like, when you find a song that hits you emotionally specifically, and then you like it, then you save it, but then you listen to it and it becomes something that you're just used to. It's kind of weird. But then again,
the soundtrack of your life.
Yeah.
Right.
But then if you hear it again live in a concert, or say you hear it for the first time in a concert, that's just so epic.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I mean, not to be weird, but music's kind of like a drug, where it's like you have that first, high of that song, that first time you heard it, you can never get that again.
Yep.
So yeah, anyways, not to get
it's a universal
too
language to say love is, and I think that's part of it, but really nothing transcends like music.
Yeah.
Or across any border anywhere in the world.
People Icelandic is pretty universal as well.
Pretty universal.
Yeah. And that kind of is like that song I was playing earlier with Sting and that French dude, which I'm sure he's a popular guy over in France, but which is not that much bigger than Oregon, I hear.
No, it's right by Nebraska, I think.
Yeah. Right by borders it, I believe. But yeah, it's like you can tell the song's got a good flow to it and like whatever. And I don't know if I understand less of him or Sting, but yeah, it's you can kind of like, oh, okay, I could jam to this, even though I have no idea what either of them are saying.
It creates a common bond between cultures.
It's like a gentle sting.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god. Yeah, but
Kory,
also
you're a gentle sting.
with today being a Monday, we did do a post today about Music Monday, which was which I didn't learn about until we made the post, but was it the beach down in South America, Copacabana.
Yep.
So it's like Rod Stewart is number one, 3.5 million.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, why Rod Stewart?
3.5 million people. We're talking about the crowds that Copacabana's brought over the years. Lady Gaga was just down there.
Yeah, last year 2.5.
Yep.
Madonna and Rolling Stones did I think 1.5. But it's just like crazy to think this one place is the biggest like venue ever. It's a beach. Could you imagine the traffic?
Copacabana, 2026, Sam Laddie.
That's right. Would you guys go to that? If there's your favorite artist ever at Copacabana, would you go?
100%.
If you lived in driving distance?
Yeah.
I could not imagine the traffic. I wouldn't do it.
Hell of a drive.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. That's a lot.
I would.
Because then you'd be like, you're just gonna be like 3 football yards back, looking at TV screen.
Yeah,
Like-
it was like when Post Malone was like, "Hey, I'm playing out front of my bar and I'm covering everybody's tab." I'm going, I'm not going anywhere near Broadway.
Yeah.
I have buddies text
No,
us in
thank
town.
you.
Sending a drone for that one.
Yeah.
I'll just look at everybody else's
Why would we do
Instagram.
that?
I'll just watch it on it. I'll see everybody's Instagram post and go.
It was like when we were playing the Penguins, right? That when we were playing the Penguins and they were hacking up on the jumbotrons and Broadway was shut down.
Yeah.
What was that? It was probably 4 or 5 years ago now. Maybe
Yeah.
6 or 7. Yeah.
When we were relevant?
It's packed out. Yeah, when we were relevant. Yeah.
There were actual penguins there too. It was-
I think so.
You're talking about hockey, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We are Preds fans here. All right. Well, it's time for our closing segment, which is the Sip to Remember, brought to you by, of course, Four Branches Bourbon. So it's, obviously it says in the name, it's Four Branches Bourbon. So we got the Air Force, the Marines, the Army, and the Navy. This stuff is great. I've had a little bit, as you can see. Got a bottle upstairs too that I use on my own accord, but so they are born from service, crafted from honor, founded by veterans from all four branches. And they've actually, so I'd like to think of it essentially as a startup. These guys came together. They're like, we need to have the actual bourbon for veterans. And, some of us here are huge, patriotic
Absolutely.
dudes.
All of us, yeah.
And,
Big shout out to the
Thanks
armed
to all of our
forces.
veterans.
when you think about that, you have representation from all four branches, and they didn't cut corners. It's not like a white label. Like, they have a master crafter involved. Then also they've raised over $500,000 already for first responders' families.
Oh, that's great.
So it's just kind of crazy. It's like, so they're in a startup mode. They're expanding. They're here, Tennessee, Arizona, Florida.
Are they based out of Middle Tennessee or where are these guys at?
I think their main home base is here in Tennessee/Kentucky.
Okay.
I think it's Tennessee because it's Tennessee whiskey, I believe.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. That's where it says it here. Yeah, well, it's probably Kentucky then, because I think it's done in Kentucky because it would say Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
But don't want to break.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. All right, Iceman. I got the ice for you here.
Now you can do it, Kory.
All right.
This
So
is your
Kory
big
here
one.
is our Iceman. So he's gonna touch all your cubes.
Cube up, everybody. Come on.
Thanks, bud.
I have the bag right here.
And also, we've got a
The whiskey cubes.
Sam's got a child in the armed forces, correct?
I do. Yeah, I have a son in the Marine Corps.
Boom. Thank you for serving.
Well, I apologize for
Yeah, sorry.
Sam her from Kory.
what happened to the
taking
single
away your-
ice cube over here?
Yeah, I have
The
a
star
bag.
of the show gets the shattered piece.
Yeah,
He's giving McDonald's ice.
Let's humble this guy a little. Let's bring him back down to reality. You get the cubed ice that we found outside in a bag. Thanks, bud.
All right.
jeez, terrible Iceman.
And one job, man. One job.
One, dude.
Yeah.
One. Kory, you know we love you, bud.
All right,
Despite.
We're back.
all right. I'm gonna pour a little boom
We'll be
there.
right back.
All right, hand me your glasses here. This is
Go ahead, Kory.
good stuff.
Right over the equipment. If you don't mind. Like a little splash here and there.
Thanks, bud.
All righty. And we're all topped off. I'll need to be getting a new bottle here soon, gentlemen. But yeah, so obviously covering all that stuff about, what Four Branches is, what they stand for. I mean, it's great. I mean, the message is incredible, but obviously the bourbon's important too. So y'all take a sip here. Let's cheers. Thank you for everyone who served. Proud to be American.
Yes.
Always.
Very smooth.
That's great. And where can we find this? At every liquor store in America, or what are we looking at here?
I know Tennessee, Florida, Arizona, like I said before. Let me see. I mean, it's ever changing because they're expanding pretty quick here.
Great.
Let's see, 4 branches. I want to have you an update list here as we're talking. But so what this is, obviously we sip to remember instead of drink to forget. Obviously within the military world and with our veterans, there's a lot of, people that take their lives and, use alcohol to do so and other things. But, we want to turn this bourbon into a positive, and we want to sip to remember. We want to remember those who sacrificed so we can, live the way we do. And, so I asked you guys to prepare, a sip to remember moment for each of you, whether, it be someone personal or just more general is fine. But, so who wants to start? Who do you sip to remember?
Well, fresh in my mind is a buddy that just took his life on October 10th. So man, shout out to Leyde and Isla and the family. And that's hard, mental health is a real thing.
Yeah.
And him and his twin brother this year took their lives in June and October separately. So it's been tough. Man. So we'll honor that and hopefully, be more vulnerable. It's tough with guys, we're supposed to be have our shit together and be providers and protectors and all the shit, right? But sometimes people forget that, we struggle, at times. So that's why I've been asking more friends lately, are you having suicidal thoughts? And it's a real question, because some people struggle with that more than others, some don't. And it's not right or wrong. It's just, it can be a reality. And realizing that there is hope, there is support, there are ways to, address those things and get some accountability and mainly some love and support. And with the absence of hope, that stuff settles in. So, man, that's why I'm sipping today.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. I know it's close to you. I mean, we talked about that a little bit. But, it's important to talk about these things because that is a very serious issue and a growing issue, unfortunately. I think it has a lot to do with just society and how we're changing today. And, social media has its pros and cons, but there's just so much more added pressure out there these days. And like you said, as men, and we all are here today, we have that pressure to be the providers, be the ones, the strong ones. And I think all of us sitting here are, but at times, when it gets tough, it's, if you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to your friends. We all have a Bradley in our life, hopefully. So reach out to them.
That's right, bud.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who wants to go next?
I would say just most importantly, we all fight our battles and whatever, but there's always a better option, better way. So to reach out, and that's the most important part, I think, instead of don't just take it all on your own. We all need a helping hand from time to time and, always a better option.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. Use the sip to remember to sip with people that you care about and if anything, be the thing to break down barriers and talk about those tough things,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my song that's coming out soon, it's called Gypsy Blood. I actually wrote during a season where I was borderline suicidal. I was kind of, it was like one day to the next, one day was like, I'm okay. The next day I'm like, I'm gonna go pick up a rock and jump in the river, and I wrote that about a time in my life where I was kind of deciding whether or not I was going to take my own life. Yeah. And went to counseling, went and, talked to people and got some help and got better. But, so I just recently started kind of telling that story when I played the song and just saying, hey, if you need to talk to somebody, reach out. If you need help, get help. There's help available.
Yeah.
But I would say my son in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, absolutely.
He came home one day a couple years ago and he said, hey, Dad, I joined the military today. I was like, oh, you're serious? He's like, yeah. See, I had no idea. And I said, well, what branch? He said, I joined the Marine Corps. I said, okay. Why'd you join the Marine Corps? He goes, I wanted to do the hardest one.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't even be mad. That's awesome. And so went down and watched him graduate boot camp in San Diego, and I thought I knew what being proud was, watching him march out.
Wow.
With,
That's awesome.
March out and go, man, he got taller, and where'd he get that jaw from? Like, he didn't get that from me.
You're like, am I grounded now?
Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah. Well, you're the man of the house. Okay.
Well, here are the keys.
Here's the keys. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say just to him and his continued safety, I think probably say where he is. He's in the Caribbean area right now doing a certain thing where they're stopping certain boats.
That's
from
next to
coming
Nebraska, right?
It's right by Nebraska and Oregon.
On the border.
Yeah.
Of Nebraska.
He's
and
part
the
of
ocean.
It's Tickle in Nebraska.
Part of a
as Kory
task
would
force
say.
that is stopping
Just making sure they have enough
fentanyl.
life jackets on the boat. and
stopping
whatnot.
fentanyl boats. Stopping those fentanyl boats from coming to America. He's
which is
involved in
important.
that sort of
Very important.
thing. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so
Great.
I would say.
Well, thank you
Cheers,
guys for
guys.
sharing.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Thank you
all
to Four Branches for, of course, supplying this incredible bourbon and bragging this to remember to Talking Tipsy, because it's one thing that kind of pulls us in and makes us, remember the things we should be talking about and doing. And then, of course, thank you for Michael Waltrip for supplying the good times. We got 3 new beers today that we got to try, which is awesome. And Sam, thanks for sharing everything today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Bradley, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man.
Great inputs. And Kory, thanks for giving me a lot to edit out.
Oh, great.
Kory, you're most loved.
Please check out the channel, subscribe, follow us at Tipsy Pod, and we should have some jam sessions coming out from Sam here.
That's right.
At the same time this releases. So, cheers, guys, and thanks for
Dallas?
joining us in Talking Tipsy.
Thanks for hosting, bud.
See you guys.